TV. Today, I'm visited by a very special organization, and they are called the Congolese Civil Society of South Africa. Welcome, gentlemen. How are you guys?
Welcome.
Okay. So before we begin, we'd like to have a bit of background information on the members, which is you guys. Would each of you like to introduce yourselves and tell us, you know, what this organization means to you and what role you play in the Congolese Civil Society of South Africa? Let's start with you, Yves.
Thanks so much. I'm Joe-Yves Salankang. I'm a Congolese, and I'm in charge of the research inside the organization. Means collecting data, organizing events, also organizing workshop. Briefly, I do all the research that concern the organization and information that have to be shared, and also data collected and try to organize it for our organization. That's what I do. So being in such an organization is very important for me, because beside that, I also write for newspapers and magazine, especially French magazine and Congolese one. So sharing this time with my people, trying to understand all the challenges they go through, and try also to help them for the integration in South Africa is very important, even for myself, because it's my way to contribute to the history of my country, also for the battle that we start from there to here, to try to make a change. So it's very important for me to join such an organization.
Okay. Can I just quickly ask, you're saying you're writing for Congolese and French newspapers.
Yes.
Is this how you're keeping in touch, you know, keeping the community, the Congolese community in South Africa informed, and also, you know, informing the others outside of South Africa, such as, Congo, DRC, what's happening? So are you almost serving like as a link?
Exactly. For instance, few months ago, was battling for a change in the regime. So people out of DRC, let's say all the community out of DRC, from Europe, America, South Africa, everywhere, people were demonstrating, making noise, trying to push from outside. And inside also, people were doing so. So sometime I have to write and give a review here, but publish in Congolese newspaper. Then they can understand what's going out also, that we still link even though we're so far. And trying also to collect data from there and give the feedback to our people here. They have to understand we must have the same level of understanding, then we can fight on the same level.
Okay, thank you for that. Would you like to say your intro?
No, thank you very much.
Yeah.
This is a great opportunity for me. My name is Isaiha Mombilo. I really, by the grace of God, I'm the chairperson of Congolese Civil Society. So the only thing I try to do is to leave a legacy, because I believe we are not born to be just there in life. We must do something in our society, in our community. So that's why it linked me, it pushed me to be in civil society, because I believe the Congolese have a very amazing history where people don't see the value of it, and we are just there. We focus on other things, but where if we put together our history in this life, in this world, the entire world, we find out the history they told other people to other countries is less than what is happening in Congo. Because Congo is like the center of the history of humanity in terms of so many things, but people are not informed. And then so many things happen in Congo, people decide to keep it in silent and to don't want people to know about it. And the system of the world switches off. So I believe I had to wake up on my own way to stand there in civil society to try to fight and to bring this up, to make people to know about how Congo is the center of everything, as other people say, is the center of economy of the world. So many people doesn't know. But it's also a center of the biggest Holocaust in the world. People don't know about it. So it's also the center of the evolution of technology. People don't know about it. So we need to stand for the value of this great country we are, and to try to make people to know about it, because as people starting to know about Congo, I think we're going to have another definition of Congolese even in foreign country. And I can see even here, I see so many people undermining Congolese, sorry to say this, but if people can only know the history of Congolese and the value of that country, I think we should have some different way of treatment in foreign countries, because so many things is lay because of Congolese, but we don't talk about it. So my reason of being in civil society, it's more about leaving legacy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very powerful words indeed, Isaiah. Fidele, would you like to introduce yourself also?
Yeah, thank you very much for the opportunity. And my name is Fidele Kalombo. I'm the vice chairperson of the Congolese Civil Society. As you say, the chairperson have said, and the researchers have also said about that, because we refuse flatly what is written and what is said, because we want to make our own history. This is the revolution place to make the way to understand the reality, because there is fake, I say fake history about the Congolese people. So we are the voice of the Congolese, the eyes of the Congolese society, wherever there is Congolese problem. We stand for that, to make clear the situation or the story, because there is a lot of things I've said, a lot of things I've written, but people swallow because they don't know the reality of the Congolese, they don't know the history of Congo. As my two colleagues said, we make a research and the story untold, because we refuse that story untold. They have to tell the people the truth, because people must know from the truth what is going on. See, as the president himself said, the chairperson said, right now, people sometimes minimize the Congolese. Sorry for that, because they don't know a reality. But the reality is, the Congo is the richest country around the world. If you watch on
Fidele,
TV...
we are going to have to go to a quick break, but we will continue after this.
Thank you, thank you.
Don't go anywhere. Catch us after the break. Welcome back. You're watching Open Studio, and I'm sitting with my lovely, wonderful guest from the Congolese Civil Society. Fidele, we interrupted you before we took a break. Would you like to continue on your valid points you're making?
Thank you very much, Sister Nda. As I said, we refuse flatly what was said and what is written, because this is the revolution's platform of the Congolese people, and we are the voice, the eyes, and the eyes of the Congolese wherever they are, because there is a lot of things happen, but they minimize the importance of that, because when you see along the history, if you remember, if I ask you some question, do you know where the product, the main product of atomic bomb come from? I think all of us will ignore, because not that we ignore it because those are making history. Those that want to make history. They don't take care of other people. They forget the producer. You see, that's why we say we refuse flatly. We have to change, because the best person who can write history is us, Congolese, because we know our history and we can write it with emotion, we can relate it with emotion to our kids, and they will know. Oh, this is the Congolese have done that. That make us proud. But instead of someone come to collect information, he write for getting money. That's not fair. But if you see, if say, he make a research, that's true, because we collect all the details. We say, okay, if look this and that, we discuss. And then this is our concern. That's why we see we Congolese in this platform. We call other organizations to join us also. We debate our own problem in such a way to find the light and to defend our community around the world. That's why we are here, to make light to the Congolese people.
Those are some very powerful introductions indeed. But like, I want to get more to the heart of the situation. I mean, for people who've just tuned in, what exactly is the Congolese Civil Society of South Africa?
Okay, thanks. First of all, we are a non-profit organization that was created in 2015. So the background of that, if you want to understand exactly why we came up with that idea, you have to understand what's happening really in Congo. So Congo is a very big country, more than 90 million of inhabitants. So split into more than 450 tribes with so many languages.
How many languages?
I think officially more than 350 more, but we are regrouped into four main languages, four main regional languages. That is Kikongo, Swahili, Lingala, and Chiluba.
Okay.
So if you picture that, we realize that we come from a very different background, religious background, more than 100 political parties. So our views are already very divided. But we all share something that is we have in common, is our history, our past, but all the turmoil that we're going through. So Congo is well known for its political instability since 1960 up to now. Congo has never been so stable. Coming from colonization, went through dictatorship, and then rebellion and war, and there where we are now fighting for the real democracy. So all that part of history sent Congolese out of Congo, looking for new opportunity to live, but also new position to fight for the well-being of their own country. But all the instability of Congo come generally from outside of Congo. It's a plot that is come always from outside, from 1960 up to now, that is really linked to the natural resources of Congo. So coming from such a background, and we meet, talking about those who are in South Africa, we meet here in South Africa from different origin, different point of view, different political parties or orientation, different religions, we may look so divided. So how can we live in such a country when we still divide? So we came up with this idea, thinking that first of all we must have an organization, a platform that can unite all the Congolese, regardless to the difference of the opinion or views. That was the first idea. And that platform has to serve as the open door to the hosting community to understand who we are, where we come from, and what are our values, what can we also deliver. But that organization is also to be a kind of bridge between our community here and institutions in South Africa, the hosting community, and other community living here. So that was the idea that created the Congolese civil society, a platform that can unite all the Congolese, but also a door to understand what Congo is, but also the bridge that link Congolese to the South African community and other community, but also an organization that can understand our own challenges, try to organize it, and initiated a kind of dialogue with institution and community to make a change, also to make you understand what we're leaving behind and how can the world try to help also Congo, because that is our biggest challenge. How can the world help Congo to come out of the situation where it is, because that can be a just Congolese battle, because we're fighting against the interests of big organizations, corporate, and even powerful countries. So if we don't explain that, no one will understand why Congolese don't just sit there and fight. They like all over the world and making territory all over the world. They're making noise everywhere, but they don't fight really inside. But if you start to understand that, you will realize that our fight is the fight of everybody, of humanity. Maybe we need more unity, more support. So that's how we came out with that organization of Congolese Civil Society.
What were the initial challenges, very briefly? Can someone tell me what are some of the challenges that you faced in starting your organization, and how did you overcome them?
I think the first challenge was more about as you say, we come from different backgrounds, different belief in terms of religion, different language, tribe, and province. So the challenge was how to come with one idea to put everybody together, to convince everybody to see, look, if we make these mistakes of not being united or not coming together.
Let's continue with hearing about the challenges after the break. Don't go anywhere. We will be back after this. Thank you for staying in tune with Open Studio. Let's continue with our very interesting conversation. Isaiha, we were talking about the challenges in initially starting the Congolese Civil Society of South Africa. Would you very briefly tell us about some of the ones that you faced and how you've overcome them?
The only challenge we did have is about how to come together for such a type of people where there are differences in terms of opinion, a way of thinking, a different province, different language. So it was not easy for us to convince everybody, look, this is the only way for us to come up with the long problem which is not resolved in Congo, to come with a new idea, to come to put our differences on the side and to put, as we always say in civil society, we don't want a person to come to show what he knows, but we want intelligence to lead us in the very way of a solution for anything. So we privilege intelligence. It means the existence of a person is not really considered, but the intelligence, it's the only thing can lead us. So this is what we're struggling. I think we're getting there really slowly.
Thank you so much. I'm going to grab this poster that you guys gave me. This is about a very interesting event you'll be hosting very, very soon. It's got a really deep history about it. Would you like to talk about what your event is going to be about? Or maybe Fidele can tell us.
Yeah, as we mentioned before, about Congo is the richest country in the world.
Yeah.
And the Congo also is the poorest country in the world. So if you see the event relates how they use Congo mineral for being superpower, but forget people who produce the mineral or whatever it comes for those countries to be on top. We've been victims of systems, victim of system by Western country to exploit Congo people, and at the end, they are forgotten. So when we stick on the event, we, as I said before, we refuse flatly. The story must be fair with us. And those people who use their hand to steal in Congo, they must know that we never forget, because they have to discuss with us or to deal with us, because they are people in Congo. They have a right of life. No one has the power to take other people right. Now, as
Can I
human
just
beings,
quickly interject there? Just to quickly, I just quickly want to find out when is this event taking place and where will it take place? Just in case somebody's interested.
The event is taking place in South Africa National Museum,
Yeah.
Isiko. I think it's a well-known place by the garden.
Yeah.
So it's going to be this Saturday,
Yeah.
3rd August.
Yeah.
It's going to be in a room called T.H. Berry Lecture. It's starting 1 o'clock and finishing at 4:30.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it's basically about, the history of the atomic bomb. I mean, not a lot of people, I know, I didn't know that, the atomic bomb that bombed up Hiroshima was actually developed in, in Congo, as Fidele told me earlier on.
Yeah.
Would you like to just also explain a bit more about that,
Okay, the event, it started with the missing link of the history,
Yeah.
which
is that's the name of the event.
They talk about the Japanese being bombed and whatever they say, but they keep the truth about where the uranium come from.
Yeah.
And even CIA didn't want to release that information.
Yeah.
Later on, as people put pressure, and then the truth come out in the first event we did in UCT in 2015, where we talk about it. Now, there's also a lady who wrote a book, The Spy in the Congo, Susan Williams from London, which is speaking about that as well. We invited even the second event. So event started with that because they missed the link of the history where before the Japanese people die in bombing, there was already Congolese people in the mine of Shinkologwe who was affected with radiation because the colonizer didn't want them to wear the radioactive clothes. So that was the problem, and already there was a missing Congolese people. So we try to see, okay, along the centuries, it's not only that in Shinkologwe, it's also before that. Before that, in the industry of automobile, when they were making tire, so the first Congolese to produce rubbers, but in that period with the Leopold II, the king of Belgium, killed half population of Congo, and even cutting their hands if you don't produce enough. And also the worst thing, if your father doesn't produce enough product, they hang the child in front of everybody. The child of 2 years, 5 years, it was a disaster where there's no such Holocaust happened in the world. Even you compare the Second World War, you compare whoever, nothing happened that way. So
and you're right, it's a Holocaust,
Yeah.
and it's hidden. I mean, these are horrific things.
They don't want to talk. When they ask, they want to open a case against the Leopold II king of Belgium, and they bend that document and they squeeze everybody and they attack everybody who wanted to talk about that. That was a disaster. So along the history, we found out all the demand of mineral resources of any improving technology of the world, it's Congolese paying a price, but people don't want Congolese and the world to know about it. So you can talk about the building of devices like a laptop, like a cell phone, they're using coltan. Congo is the most produced coltan of the world, the most good quality one, which produce all your cell phone you're using. But how many people die for that exploitation of coltan?
And from
12
what you're
million.
saying, what is
Meaning 10 million of the rubber time, 12 million of the coltan time, plus the ones being killed now in the village called Minembwe right now. It means it's a continuity of the killing. And also we can see as the car going to be replaced by, the petrol car going to be replaced by the electrical car, Congo has 70% of the cobalt of the world. It means the demand of that cobalt is going to cause again the killing of Congolese in the future. So we're preventing, we're telling people what happened, we prevent also the future because we can see it's going to be a disaster. So the event this year now, we talk about mineral, military weapon, and the Holocaust. Why? Because mineral, it means we're talking about all the mineral or natural resources taken from Congo, which boosts the technology, whatever economy in the world. And the second part, we found out all the latest military weapon, device, drone,
I'm so
whatever.
sorry, Isaiah. But I mean, you guys are going to need to come back here. But our time has run out from this interesting conversation. So sorry about that. But you promise you will come back. Okay. Yeah. Thank you so much for joining us today in Open Studio. You can catch us next time at the same place. Thank you. Goodbye.
Thanks, Isaiah.